Kindly settle down quickly. We are about to begin with the program.
Namaste. Good evening to everybody present here. On behalf of AICTE and AIIMS, we cordially welcome you to the formal launch of Swayam Yoga online credit courses. We would like to extend our warm welcome to the honorable dignitaries of the day, Padma Shri Dr. H.R. Nagendraji, the Chancellor of S. Vyasa University, Bangalore, Professor M. Srinivas Sir, the Director of AIIMS, New Delhi, Dr. B.N. Gangadharji, the President of NMC, New Delhi, Professor T.G. Sitaramji, the Chairman of AICTE, and Dr. Anil D. Sahasrabuddhiji, the Chairman of NETF. Invoking the blessings of the Almighty, chanting the prayer for harmony from Rig Veda, we shall begin the session today. Kindly be seated comfortably and silently. Om Sanghachadvam Samvadadvam Sambho Manam Sijanatam देवा भागै यथा पूर्वे सञ्जानाना उपासते समानो मन्त्रः समितिः समानी समानं मनसः चित्तमेषां समानं मन्त्रमभिमन्त्रयेवः समानेन वो हविषा जुहोमि समानीव आकूतिः समाना हृदयानि वः समानमस्तु वो मनः यथा वः सुसहासति. Invoking the blessings of Lord Ganesha. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. We cordially welcome you all on behalf of All India Council for Technical Education and All India Institution of Medical Sciences for the formal launch of Swayam Yoga online credit courses. We kindly request the dignitaries on the stage to light the lamp. It gives us immense pleasure to have the great dignitaries on stage. For anything to happen, as much as we need the blessings of the Almighty, we definitely need the support, guidance of the experts in the field, in the particular field. Today, we are very fortunate to have the most honorable Guruji and the dignitaries, great dignitaries on stage here today. It gives us immense pleasure on behalf of AICTE and AIIMS. We take this moment to honor them by giving them a token of love on behalf of AICTE and AIIMS here. I kindly request Professor M. Srinivasji, the Director of AIIMS, to felicitate Padma Shri Guruji Dr. H.R. Nagendraji. Nagendraji, belovedly called as Guruji, is a yogi scientist who has come all the way from NASA to Vyasa, combining the best of the East with the best of the West. Having started his journey at Vivekananda Yoga Kendra, he is the Chancellor of Vyasa Yoga University in Bangalore. Thank you very much, sir. I kindly request Dr. Abhay Jereji, the Vice Chairman of AICTE, to felicitate Dr. B.N. Gangadharji. Dr. B.N. Gangadharji, the President of NMC, he was also the Director and Professor of Psychiatry at NIMHANS, a DSc recipient from Vyasa University who has served the field of medicine for more than 4 decades. We thank you very much for your presence, sir. We kindly request Dr. H.P. Kochhar to kindly felicitate Dr. T.G. Sitaramji. Professor T.G. Sitaramji, the Chairman of AICTE New Delhi. He was also the Director of IIT Guwahati for 3.5 years, an engineer from Mysore University, a postgraduate from IISc, and a doctorate from University of Waterloo in Canada, who has served this field for more than decades. We thank you for your gracious presence, sir. I kindly request Professor Rajiv Kumarji, the Member Secretary of AICTE, to felicitate Dr. M. Srinivasji. Professor M. Srinivasji, the Director of AIIMS, New Delhi. Thank you very much, sir. I kindly request Dr. Mamta Rani Agarwalji, the Advisor 1 of AICTE, to felicitate Dr. Anil D. Sahasrabudeji, the Chairman of NETF, NIRF, and NBA as well. Thank you very much, sir. A professor who has had more than 3 decades of experience in various positions in academics, administrative, and research field, a distinguished member of more than 15 professional organizations, I kindly request Professor M. Srinivasar, the Director of AIIMS, to give the welcome speech.
Thank you for the kind words. Pranams, Guruji, respected Professor Nagendra ji, Professor Gangadhar ji, Professor Sitaraman, Professor Sahasrabuddhe ji, the members of the AICT, various faculty members, doctors. I see many people, cutting across medicine, the Ayurveda, meditation, yoga, everything, all the full spectrum is here. I think we must give a big hand to the organizers first. I think this is something where, in fact, Madam was saying just now that, this is like, what is that? All sagars are there, whether it is Vidya Sagar, whether it's Yoga Sagar, whether it is Service Sagar, all the luminaries and the great people in the various fields have gathered together. That shows the spirit of Guruji, that you have brought all of us together in this auditorium. We are really grateful to you on behalf of all the staff members, the faculty, the residents, doctors, staff members of the AIIMS. We welcome you to the AIIMS, and then we were discussing that how AIIMS should take the leadership role in everything, whether it is patient care activities, whether with respect to the models which we are creating, going through them, putting them to the practice, and then thinking of the fellowships and the short-term trainings and all. And we were just discussing about how we work in silos, the so-called clinician and the people who are into the other therapies, other modalities of treatment. And in fact, it will be not far from the days where you are thinking, Guruji, that, we will be sitting together in, say, in endocrinology, neurology, nephrology, where there will be one person from the so-called medicine and one person from the so-called other the modalities, where they will tell the patient that, this is my prescription and this is his prescription. We are together, we have consensus, and then we are here to see that you get the best of the both. This definitely AIIMS will take a lead, Guruji, and then we promise you that when you come next time, at least some of the clinics, then we can show you that we are sitting together and offering this particular modalities to the treatment to the patients and everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now is the moment to launch the most awaited SWAYAM yoga courses by the dignitaries. SWAYAM, Study Webs of Active Learning for Young Aspiring Minds. It is a MOOC platform created by the Ministry of Education, which is a largest online free e-learning platform designed to achieve the three cardinal principles of education policy: access, equity, and quality, covering the school, vocational studies, UG students, PG students, engineering students, and many other professional courses as well. SWAYASA has developed yoga credit courses which will be offered in the upcoming semester. I kindly request Honorable Guruji along with the dignitaries to launch the SWAYAM yoga courses. I kindly request Guruji Dr. HR Nagendra ji to give the presentation on SWAYAM yoga credit courses.
Respected and dear Dr. Srinivas ji, Sitaram ji, Anil Sahasrabudhe ji, Dr. Gangadhar, Dr. Basu Reddy ji, and former Vice Chancellor Jhala ji from Legolas University, and all the respected faculties and students of AIIMS and various yoga institutions. I'm really very delighted today that the yoga credit courses which have been brought forth by the Indian Council for Technical Education, AICT, All India Council for Technical Education, has come to fruition. And we know that already we had many credit courses which were developed when our Dr. Anil Sahasrabudhe ji was there. We started with the yoga instructor course module. Then we took up various modules of integrated yoga. So this will be most useful for people for total personality development, eyesight temperament, voice culture, hearing development, creativity development, memory development, physical stamina development, stress management. All these modules were developed and launched. And thanks to our Anil Sahasrabudhe ji who initiated this portion, and Dr. Sitaram, who is now chairman for AICTG, has been able to bring to the fruition of these things. So I place on record our grateful thanks to both these pioneers from AICT who have been able to make this possible. So in this series, we have been able to bring about the 6 modules. Yoga Volunteers for Diabetes Management, Part 1. Yoga Volunteers for Diabetes Management, Part 2. Then we have Hypertension and Heart Disease, Part 1 and Part 2. Palliative Care, Part 1 and Part 2. We know yoga plays a very important role in the management of non-communicable diseases today. And what we have done in yoga, an integrated approach of yoga therapy, which has been found very, very effective. And I've been working with our Dr. Basureddy ji, the director of the Moraji Desai National Institute of Yoga, who also could spare his time and come today. I'm so happy. Under the team, we have been able to develop all these things. All these courses cover both theory and practical components. And each duration of the course is 16 weeks, and the number of credits is 4. The intended audience, it is not only the students studying UG and PG program in yoga or any other health-related program, even we have the doctors and specialists also can take up this particular set of courses. It's all available to see. Yoga Volunteers for Diabetes Management Part 1 gives an overall view of the basic principles of yoga therapy along with a yogic understanding of health and disease. Then it imparts knowledge about the cause, symptoms, types, investigation, management methods of diabetes mellitus by the conventional method. And this course provides a detailed overview of type 1 and type 2, both diabetes types. We know that stress plays a very important role in the manifestation of diabetes mellitus. So therefore, this course emphasizes an overview of the integrated approach of yoga therapy in the management of diabetes mellitus, along with stress management and yogic counseling. The course also includes detailed practical sessions on integrated approach of yoga therapy for type 1 and type 2 diabetes, which consists of loosening practices, Shitirkarna Vyayama, breathing practices, pranayama, asanas, bandhas, mudras, kriyas, and the meditative techniques, all put together to deal with the total personality of the human being. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnana, Anandamaya, Kochhar, everything is done, and this has been highlighted in the practical sessions of the course. And this also, we know that diabetes is growing so fast, exponential growth is happening, and therefore we have to deal with effectively. Therefore, this course gives a complete knowledge of the complications of diabetes if we don't deal with them, and its yogic understanding and management. The knowledge about Madhumeha by the Ayurvedic perspectives of diabetes mellitus will also be presented in this course. The cause, symptoms, types, investigations, management, and complications of diabetes will be discussed in this course. Particularly the role of Kriyas, psychoneuroimmunology of diabetes mellitus will be focused on. The importance of the management of the integrated approach of yoga therapy in the management and prevention of complications of diabetes mellitus also will be dealt with. And also in gestational diabetes will also be discussed. Furthermore, yoga for diabetes in the geriatric population and the coexistence of diabetes mellitus and hypertension will also be highlighted. The course includes a practical session that imparts knowledge about IIIT and how it can be used to manage complications associated with diabetes. And in this, we cover most of the evidence-based studies that are available in yoga for diabetes. As many of you know, we had a pan-India study 7 years back, and we published nearly 40 research papers on yoga for diabetes, and the amount of evidence is available in dealing with diabetes. All these things will be brought forth in this course called Yoga Volunteers for Diabetes Mellitus, Part 1 and Part 2. Then we come to hypertension and heart diseases, and this course gives an overview of what hypertension is and the role of yoga in reducing blood pressure through reducing stress. You know, yoga is a very effective adjunct therapy in hypertension with the hypertensive population. It will also cover the prevalence, incidence, pathophysiology, stress, basic concept of yoga in understanding the disease process, mechanism of actions, and others. And techniques of yoga, specifically for hypertensive patients, will be presented effectively. We also cover evidence-based studies on yoga and hypertension. Recent dimension also will be presented. All that we are doing are based on scientific research and evidence. So please note, this course is not for patients with hypertension, but it is for yoga teachers and yoga learners who want to enhance their knowledge and skills so that they are able to use this for the patient. In Part 2, This course gives an overview of what is coronary artery disease, CAD, and the role of yoga as secondary prevention and effective urgent therapy in preventing repeated cardiac events and death in people with established coronary artery disease. It also covers the prevalence, incidence, pathophysiology, stress, the basic concept of yoga in understanding disease process, the mechanism of action. All these things will be dealt with effectively. And most important, the techniques, the specifically developed techniques for coronary artery disease also will be presented. It will also cover the growing evidence suggesting the beneficial effects of yoga on CAD. Many of you may know that on Dean Orbit's paper on dealing with the heart challenges have been so nicely brought up. So again, this course is not for patients with CAD, but it's for yoga teachers, yoga learners, and doctors and others who want to enhance their knowledge and skills will be able to do this. Then the third series is palliative care. In this first part of Yoga Volunteers course for palliative care, it is intended to train the volunteers for palliative care through yoga. This course has been divided into two parts, theory and practical. The theory part will give knowledge about palliative care and the symptoms targeted in palliative care. It will focus on understanding the yogic view of palliative care and the similarities between concept of palliative care and yogic therapy. This course will train aspirants to understand the mainstream and yogic approach to palliative care. And it will give a deeper understanding of yogic concept of disease, suffering, and the integrated approach of yoga therapy, so that we can improve the quality of life and well-being in the subjects receiving palliative care. It will also improve the importance of spirituality and the role of different streams of yoga. Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, all these things, uplifting the overall status of the subject under palliation. And the other part of the course will concentrate on practical sessions involving loosening practices, asana, pranayama, meditation, and advanced techniques that we have developed in this context. Then in the second part, Yoga Volunteers course on palliative care is intended to train the volunteers for palliative care through yoga. The prime focus of this course will be on palliative care needs for geriatric population. The course will give knowledge about palliative care and the scope of yoga in palliative care for the geriatric age group. The course is divided into two parts, the theory and the practical aspect. The theory part will include concepts of healthy aging, demographics of aging, geriatric palliative care, morbidities in aged population like geriatric depression, frailty, and the memory disturbances. And the course will also include the yogic approach towards healthy aging and diseases and the disability management related to aging through yoga. The second part will concentrate on practical sessions related to asana, pranayama, relaxation, adopted techniques of yoga, particularly what we call as the chair yoga is a special thing that gives very deep relaxation dimension, and specific modules for frailty, geriatric depression, voice changes, and eyesight. And this is how the 6 modules have been brought forth in this particular series. So this is the third series that we are opening up today, and it's all uploaded into the AICTE website, and these are the yoga credit courses, and it's freely available to everybody through the MOOC, and this is where the grandeur of AICTE comes into picture, and it's open to all people who want to know and have the deepest authentic dimension of the things through the evidence base. And our effort has been always to see that we bring evidence base in every dimension that we bring about, and this is the order of the day. So once again, I place our grateful thanks to Dr. Basureddy ji and all those who have been associated with this school for making this such an important contribution, and those people who want to undergo the training and get the certification, the AICTE offers that also, and Dr. Sitaram, the chairman, is going to mention about this. With this, once again, we are very thankful to Dr. Srinivas for organizing this program in such a short time, and this wonderful team that you have. We always congratulate and hope under your dynamic leadership the whole AIIMS is going to give a direction, new direction to the entire integrated medicine dimension. With that, thank you very much. And we're also happy that Gangadhar has also been present. It's a busy schedule and is going to be dimension. Namaskar. Dhanyawad.
Thank you, Guruji. I kindly request Dr. Anil Sahasrabuddheji, the Chairman of National Education Technology Forum, National Board of Accreditation, to address the gathering.
Namaskaram, most revered Guruji, Dr. Nagendraji, who has been an inspiration for all of us here in the audience as well as on the dais. Dr. Srinivas, Director of AIIMS, in whose presence we are organizing this function. Dr. Gangadhar, who represents entire medical fraternity, being the President of National Medical Commission. Dr. Sitaram, who is the Chairman of All India Council for Technical Education. So we have on one side medical fraternity, medical education, engineering education, and then we have spiritual and ancient Indian knowledge systems represented by Dr. Nagendra. When there is a confluence of this kind of three sangamas, it is a sangam where all of us have gathered here, I think this is going to be an invigorating day for all of us that 6 modules are going to be lost today. I remember way back in 2016, AICT was given the responsibility of creating this MOOC platform called SWAYAMA. We started off and there were 8 national coordinators. AICT was not a national coordinator. Each one of those coordinators were representing one domain of knowledge: engineering, management, open schooling, general education, and then postgraduate education, so on and so forth, teacher education.
But there were courses which were outside the ambit of all of this, and they were not being represented anywhere. So we represented to the ministry and said that all such types of courses which are not part of the regular curriculum should also be on the part of the SWAYAM. And that's why AICT was given the status of another national coordinator, and we started introducing variety of courses. I am very thankful to Guruji and his entire team from Vyasa, who have been able to create courses on yoga. And this is our national treasure. It's a treasure from ancient times. And if we do not showcase this to the whole world, who else? And therefore, this course, and as well as all other courses which we have onboarded, are not only for our children, our students, our teachers who are going to be taking care in this, but also the international audience. You know, this is very, very important for our internationalization of education as well. So with these few words, this is a great opportunity that AICT got through Vyasa University, and all these courses are now available for the entire audience. I hope you'll all enjoy them and have very, very good health. That's very important for all of us. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. I kindly request Guruji, Dr. B.N. Gangadharji, along with the other dignitaries, to launch the CCIM Certificate Course in Integrative Medicine. This shall be the formal launch of the CCIM. I kindly request Dr. B.N. Gangadharji to address the gathering.
Namaste to everyone. I am very delighted to be a participant in this very unique program. The launch of these short courses for volunteers is going to be a game changer in terms of prevention and improving the health status of our country. Just today, as I was coming over to this program, there was a news item that the prevalence of diabetes has alarmingly increased in our country. And this has been going on. Added to now with hypertension, the non-communicable diseases are going to be a burden. At the same time, we have had a very rich traditional resource now used as yoga to be able to keep us all healthy in a better state of life. So this has to be reached out to everyone. Being a large country, we cannot professionalize this work. Rather, we have to take it to grassroots, to the doorsteps of these people. And for this purpose, the SWAYAM program, in which these volunteers are going to be trained and launched, and in a way deprofessionalize this preventive health service, which is going to be a game changer. And I congratulate all the three bodies who have gotten together to launch this program on this occasion, the AIIMS, the SWAYAMA, and the AICTE. I wish you all the best, sir, for having launched this program. On a different count, we have the a premier medical institution here, the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, and a pioneer in bringing yoga to health services, the SWAYAMA Yoga University, and the certificate course in integrative medicine is going to be launched, and it has been launched just now. It's going to be happening, and at NIMHANS we did that in conjunction with the SWAYAMA. There were participants who went through this course, and some of them were physicians from countries outside India who actually flew down to participate in the in-house program of that entire stretch of certificate course in integrative medicine. There has been an excellent feedback of people who participated, who who were excited that this component of integrative medicine was perhaps never taught in our medical days, and this has opened our eyes, and we did not know all these days that such a rich traditional heritage of using health services was in our hands, and we are very happy to be learning these things and be able to put it into practice. And when I am saying this, integration of traditional medicine with modern medicine, we have to see that these blend the way yoga does this, as the word yuj says, blending my personal consciousness with the cosmic consciousness. We have to come together. The only way that will happen by way of practicing integrative medicine, and I wish the course all the best, and I wish all the team members who are sitting here the very best in conduct of this course. And once again, thank the organizers for letting me come over here and share these views. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I kindly request Dr. Basavareddy, sir, the Director of MDNRI, to address the gathering about the ITY. We cordially welcome you to the stage, sir.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Respected Guruji, dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries on of the dais, and all my student friends, faculty members, my Sadar Pranams to you all. At the outset, it's a great pleasure to be present here to witness the launching of these credit-based online courses. And it is the need of the hour. From the last more than 2 decades, we are trying, all our yoga institutions, Moraji Desai National Institute of Yoga, integrate yoga into the main healthcare delivery system
Now, slowly, it has become the reality. Yesterday, we were talking about integrative medicine is the futuristic and where yoga plays an important role. Still, I remember when in 2008, when you started 60 hours yoga program for medicos for fully 2 years, and there was a lot of agitation, and whole night there was a lot of discussions and to stop the seminar, etc. But irrespective of that, we made 2-day seminar how scientific yoga practices are, though they are ancient. And we brought the medical professionals who are practicing yoga and make the presentations. At the end of the day, and Jipmer in 2008, Dr. Madan Mohanji and others, then in 2009, NIMANS, we all started these courses for the medical professionals, structured program, 60-hour structured program, where we have practicals and theory. So now, slowly, Yes Vyasa, under the leadership of Guruji, because Yes Vyasa is the pioneer in introducing integrative yoga therapy. From the last more than 3 decades, we are working under the guidance of respected Guruji. Now I'm so happy today these courses are coming. But what is the need is yoga is always the sadhana, it's the practice. So unless we practice, we cannot practice. So therefore my humble request is to let us practice yoga, taste the benefit first, so that I will become more better personal to advocate yoga to the person. With these few words, I congratulate the AICTU and also Yes Vyasa and also AIIMS, 3 pioneer institutions coming together to launch these programs. Hearty wishes from the Ministry of Ayush, Morarji Desai Institute of Yoga, and also on my behalf. Thank you for inviting us, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I kindly request Professor T.G. Sitaramji, the chairman of AICTE, to address the gathering.
Namaskar, respected Guruji, Dr. H.R. Nagendraji, Chancellor S. Vyasa, Professor M. Srinivas, Director AIIMS, Dr. B.N. Gangadhar, President, National Medical Council, and my friend, Professor Anil Sahasrabudhi, and my colleagues, Dr. Abhay Jere, Professor Rajiv Kumar, Dr. Basavareddy ji, Professor H.B. Kochhar ji, and all the distinguished people who have assembled in this hall, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure today to be part of this program where AIIMS, on one side, as earlier said, one side the medical, the top leaders, and the other side the engineering, and in between Guruji, a samagama of all of these. Okay? Because as you know, Dr. Nagendraji was an engineer. He is a mechanical engineer and a professor at Indian Institute of Science. And then went on to start his own university. So that is in yoga. So today, very happy that 16 courses on Swayam platform, Guruji only has contributed. So it's a great day for all of us. Before I give you a little background on the Swayam, but I thought I'll just first congratulate Dr. Srinivas, because just few days back, in the National Institute Ranking Framework, AIIMS received the #1 institute medical thing, and I think let us congratulate in a big by clapping everyone. Thank you. These Swayam courses is a program initiated by Government of India and designed to achieve 3 cardinal principles of education, that is access, equity, and quality. So the objective of this effort is to take the best teaching, learning resources to all through online platforms. And I'm very happy to tell you, Swayam is basically, is a study webs of active learning for young aspiring minds. It's a word coined, it's a MOOCs courses. And Swayam is an Indian one, and it is actually available in 12 Indian languages. And it is basically, majority of the courses are in engineering, but there are other disciplines, as Sasabudhi said. There are all 12 institutions have got together and developed these courses across the country. And majority of the engineering courses were developed by IIT Madras NPTEL program and the rest of this. These are all self-paced, credit-based courses. That means those who want to log in and get the credits, they can do this. And functioning as a national, repository. And even this is also useful for professional skill development for faculties. Large number of faculties have taken the courses and on their own self-mode. So this has a proper enrollment procedure, course management and assessment, and then final results are also given, that is credit is given to you. So this is the world's biggest online e-learning platform. Recently in US, Columbia University, leveling the curve, they were want our team to present on Swayam. This is one of the largest resources. I will tell you the numbers. And it is, what is important is free of cost learning, covering wide number of disciplines, availability of courses in 12 regional languages, evaluation and certification is also available. 40% of the credit transfer through Swayam under choice-based credit system. Now we have opened it to all engineering colleges also. Okay, all engineering colleges, 40% of the courses can be taken from this. Today, Swayam platform has more than 9,000 courses. Okay, more than 9,800 courses are there. So its major is basically U-tutorial, that is video and audio content, which is also organized from animation, simulation, video demonstration, virtual labs, all are component of these courses. And it is all e-content where you can learn at your pace, self-instructional materials. And it also has a discussion forum where you can post your questions, get answers to it. So it's a very interactive way of learning online. Then finally, the assessment, which is a very unique part of this program. This covers school, vocational, undergraduate, postgraduate, engineering, and all other professional courses. So that means it's really become very, very popular from 2016 to now. It's close to about 10,000 courses have been developed by top of the professionals in that respective areas. Large number of IITs, professors have contributed to these courses. Okay, and you saw today Guruji's the 6 courses we have launched. Okay, and he just launched 10 courses about 2 months back in Gujarat Technical University in Ahmedabad. And then earlier we had launched about 6 courses online. So totally, 16 courses we have totally launched Guruji's program itself. So the Swayam statistics is, as I told you earlier, there are 3 crore enrollments. This is a mind-boggling numbers. 200 courses among these 9,000 courses have already been translated to different languages. Okay, about 12 lakh certificates, people have completed the course. See, if you don't complete the course, you don't get a certificate. You don't get a credit. So among large number of, as I told you earlier, 3 crore enrollment was there, but many of them have not completed. Only 12 lakh have completed and got the certificates. So this is really a mind-boggling initiative. And who else? And we are very happy that Dr. Sahasrabudhi today came, and he was the one who started this program. Give him a big clap, please. There is a clear, in the Swayam portal, if you go, you can clearly see how you can register for these courses. There is a flow of material, and very easy to log in, register, and then learn. Okay, after learning, your assessment, and then get a credit. These credits are also accepted by all your colleges, institutions, so you can actually, explore this very effectively for augmenting your knowledge in addition to getting a degree through as part of this. So in addition to that, I would like to briefly tell about All India Council for Technical Education, which started much before we got independence, 1945, which is basically an advisory body, started in 1945. It was advisors on the technical education in the country. But in 1987, we became a statutory body. Then, we started approving the engineering programs in the country as a regulator. But today, AICTE has been transformed itself from a regulator to a facilitator. So we do a lot of teachers training and these kind of digital initiatives. Lot of initiatives of AICTE has taken to popularize not only the technical education, management courses, till very recently even pharmacy courses, we are all with us. Architecture was also with us, but today there are all now different agencies are there. But we control more than 9,000 plus institutions in the country. Very large number of engineering graduates graduate, and India is number 2 in terms of producing large number of engineering graduates in the world. So this credit will only go to AICTE because our IITs are only 1% of the number of graduates we produce in engineering. So all 23 IITs put together, maybe about 15,000 to 16,000 students graduate, but here we are talking about 3.5 lakh students graduating. So which is huge number. And we are number 2 in the world next to China in terms of number of engineering graduates. So there will be in a very short time, India is going to be the number 1 producing country of the engineering graduates. So our engineers will be a global engineers, ladies and gentlemen, because majority of the countries are aging population. So like whether it is Japan or Germany, they're all aging population. Their engineering strength is coming down. Our strength is rising. This is an excellent time for those who are in engineering programs to look at. And there is another good side of it. Today we are at AIIMS. So when I was at Director's IIT Guwahati, we started a medical school. We started a medical hospital also. Foundation stone was laid by Honorable Prime Minister very recently. So this is another domain where engineering and medicine profession sit together, clinicians sit together, and there is a lot of solutions. Because today, to take affordable healthcare to villages, I think we need to work together. This is where I request Dr. Srinivas, give us some time. We will come up with some innovative programs to work with you because you are the leader in the clinical side. And engineering, we have 9,000 institutions. We are just across you. So we will work together, create programs in our engineering institutions jointly so that under your suggestions and advice, we can take the healthcare to the rural part of India, which will be a very affordable one. With these few words, again congratulate Guruji for taking at this age, taking enough time and completing these courses, 16 courses in total for SWAYAM, which is a great achievement. I thank him profusely from bottom of my heart. Guruji, thank you, thank you, thank you. With these few words, Namaskar, Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. I kindly request Dr. Mamta Rani Agarwalji, the Advisor 1 of AICTE, to give the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Param Shraddhe Guruji from NASA to Vyasa, all distinguished dignitaries on and off the dais, faculty members, directors, and my dear students, I, on behalf of AICTE, its entire family, fraternity, and on my personal behalf, convey deep regards and heartfelt gratitude to Adarniya, Param Adarniya Guruji for conceptualizing and designing Swayam Yoga courses for holistic well-being, physical, mental, spiritual, wellness, and to prevent lifestyle ailments. I convey my hearty thanks to Dr. M. Srinivas, Director AIIMS, and Dr. K.P. Kochhar for providing the venue, for extending all administrative and logistic support, and for wholehearted help. Thank you, Gangadharji, Baswareddy, and Professor Sahasrabuddhi for gracing this occasion. Gratitude to our Honorable Chairman, Vice Chairman, and Member Secretary for guiding us at each and every step. Last but not least, an event like this doesn't happen overnight. The wheels start rolling, if not months, at least weeks before, 24/7. My heartfelt gratitude and my thank you cannot be completed without acknowledging Dr. Ramesh Unnikrishnan, my worthy colleague, and again Dr. Dinesh Singh ji, who worked day in and day out for making this a huge success. Finally, my heartfelt gratitude to this lovely audience for your time, for your patience, and for your engagement. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. I kindly request everybody to raise for the national anthem.
उज्जल जलधितरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you very much. I kindly request the dignitaries to proceed to the director's room. I request all the audience to join us for refreshments outside the auditorium. Thank you, one and all.